What's up, everybody? Welcome to the channel, and today's video is all about how to start investing. I'm going to be giving you guys the 5 tips that really helped me out in my own investing career just as I was beginning to start investing. And before I jump into it, if you guys end up finding this video valuable, please go ahead and hit that like button. And if you guys want more videos about investing in the stock market, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Now, on the surface, investing may seem like this super complicated thing that only people on Wall Street can do, but the reality of the situation is that just isn't true. With the technology that we have today, it's actually really easy to start investing at any age. So let's go ahead and jump straight into my 5 tips. Alrighty, so tip number 1 on how to start investing in the stock market is to set up a Robinhood account with recurring investments and the dividend reinvestment program. And I know there's been a lot of controversy over Robinhood lately, but I still think it's one of the easiest tools to use, especially for new investors. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys really quickly how to set up recurring investments in Robinhood and how to take advantage of their dividend reinvestment program. Alright guys, so I'm going to show you guys really quickly how to set up recurring investments inside of Robinhood. So once you've created a Robinhood account, it'll take you to the dashboard. And from the dashboard, we're going to go ahead and click the account button in the top right hand corner. And then we are going to go ahead and click the recurring option right here. And that'll take you to a new page. And basically what it means to set up recurring investments is that over a certain period of time, you can tell Robinhood to say, hey, I want to pull $100 from my bank account every month and I want to put it in XYZ stock. So what you'll do is you'll click create recurring investment. You'll type in the name of the stock. So let's just use the SPY, for example, which just tracks the S&P 500 index, which is actually what I would recommend for this kind of investment. You would put in an amount. So let's say it's $100. I want it to start today, and then I want it to every month pull $100 and put it into the S&P 500 ETF, the SPY ETF. And then you would click review order, and then you are placing a recurring order to buy $100 of SPY on the 15th of every month. So that's how you set up these recurring investments, and that is a super easy way to sort of automate this kind of investing so that you either don't forget to put money in. Basically, you just don't have to worry about it at the end of the day. Alright, so the next thing that I want to show you guys is how to enroll in the dividend reinvestment program inside of Robinhood. But before we do that, I want to quickly explain what a dividend is. So a dividend is a set amount of money that a company is going to pay out to you, the shareholder, no matter what the stock does. So if we take an example here, if we're looking at Apple, they have a dividend of 82 cents a share. So for every share of Apple that you own, they're going to pay you 82 cents no matter what every year. And usually the way that companies do that is they'll split it up quarterly. So if you wanted to calculate for every 3 months what you would receive from Apple, all you would have to do is take the number of shares that you have of Apple, multiply that by the dividend. So let's say that we have 10 shares, we would multiply that by 82 cents, and then we would divide that by 4 because they pay it out on a quarterly basis. So that's what a dividend is. Now if we go back inside of Robinhood, what we'll do to set up the dividend reinvestment program, which basically what it does is it takes your dividends that you receive from a certain company and automatically buy more of that company with the dividend that you receive. What you'll do is you'll click the account option, you will click settings, you'll go over to the left hand side and click the investing option, and then right here we have the dividend reinvestment option. You'll click it, and then you'll make sure that this is toggled to on. And like I said, what this will do is anytime you receive a dividend, it's going to automatically buy more stock with that dividend money that you receive from the company. Alright guys, so now that we've finished with tip number 1, which was setting up and configuring your Robinhood account, I want to dive straight into tip number 2, which is staying informed. And really what that means is just making sure that you are following the business news, maybe listening to podcasts. Really what it is immersing yourself in the financial world so that you can make sure that you are up to date with what's going on right now. And guys, this is really important. If you want to become a better investor, you have to be aware of what's going on not only in just the normal world, maybe politics and news, but also in the financial world. I think this is important at any stage in your investing career, and this is something that I still do every single day. So let's jump straight into a couple of different news sources that I check at least every morning just to make sure that I am up to date. All right, guys, so the first source that I'm going to show you guys today is just good old Google News. So I am on Google News right now, and I've gone ahead and clicked the business tab on the left-hand side. And as you guys can see, it's really, really easy to just kind of scroll through, look at the different articles. If something interests you, go ahead and click on it. But this is a good high-level way to at least learn what's going on currently in the financial world. You can go ahead and click economy and kind of see what's going on there. I generally like to stay on the markets tab. Me personally, I think these articles are really great. And what it does is it compiles a lot of articles from different sources so that you're not having to rely on just one source for all of your information. And the second source that I like to use is Yahoo Finance. I think that they have really good articles overall. If I was to click into Apple here, I could, once it loads, just scroll down and see all the articles that are related to Apple. I think it is a good way to make sure that you are up to date, especially if you are invested in individual stocks. And if you guys don't have time to look at the news every day, that's fine. I get it. I completely understand. Everybody's busy, but a good alternative is actually listening to a podcast every morning. So if we go to the podcast section on Spotify or Apple Music, I don't have Apple Music, but at least on Spotify, what I usually do is click the business and technology section, and then these are a lot of great options for podcasts. I know Robinhood Snacks is good. I typically will listen to maybe Mad Money, but there's just so many good options here. So if you're on your way to work, put in a podcast. It'll help you guys just start to build that knowledge set pretty organically. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and move into tip number 3, which is always continue learning. You know, whatever it is, whatever you're interested in, whether it's the stock market, investing, just make sure that you guys are always continuing to learn. And that could be something as simple as researching stuff you don't know about. Let's say you're going to buy an individual stock. It is so easy today to just go onto YouTube and watch a couple videos before you buy a stock, and those videos are going to help you learn. So let's just dive into YouTube right now and just see how easy it is to pick a stock, watch a video, and learn about that stock. So I'm going to go ahead and just dive into YouTube right now and just show you guys how easy it is to look up this stuff. So I just went ahead and typed in Tesla stock, and I mean, look how amazing the internet is. I mean, there's, tens of hundreds of videos that you guys can watch about pretty much anything related to Tesla stock, and these are going to help you guys learn. I mean, really, it's a great way to continue gaining knowledge about a certain subject. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and jump straight into tip number 4, which is don't invest your bill money. You know what, if you can't afford to invest right now, that's completely okay. It doesn't mean that you can't start learning about investing. And it gives you motivation to start saving up some money, but really, seriously, don't invest your bill money. If you can't afford it, again, that's okay. You can start learning on the side and you can start saving up money. And really all it takes is, maybe 50 or $100 to get started. If you guys don't have that now, that's completely fine. But don't invest your bill money. It is not worth it, I promise you. Take care of the bills first and then start saving your money. And then once you start saving money, you can start dumping some of that into the stock market. All right, guys, we've made it. Last but not least, tip number 5, and that is staying committed through the ups and downs. And I'm sure you guys have heard it all the time, especially with 2020 COVID. The stock market does not just go up, it goes up and down. But you guys need to stay committed through the highs and the lows and really try and use those lows as a buying opportunity. And I'm going to show you guys kind of what it would look like over the course of the last maybe 20 years or so, looking at the lows and seeing how the stock market has rebounded every single time. Okay, so I have the SPY chart pulled up here, and this chart actually goes all the way back into the 1990s. And really what I wanted to show you guys is, again, the stock market does not always just go up. We can see here, like, there's 1, 2, really 3, kind of 4, large dips within the last, I don't know, what was this, at least, maybe 20 or 30 years, but every single one of these dips has been a buying opportunity over the long run. So if you were to buy, at the bottom of 2008, you would have seen insane returns really over the last 15 years. If you were to get in after the dot-com bubble, same deal. As long as you have a long-term outlook and you're willing to kind of ride the ups and the downs, which I think you should, based on history, you will end up on top. Alright guys, so that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys are getting started with investing, please leave me a comment below. Super interested to hear what you guys have to say about your own investing journey. And I will see you guys in the next one.